Welcome back to another episode of Michelin Stars of Columbus. This is season 3. Yes, I said 3. And we're here at a special location, you guys. It is Afra Grill. By the time this comes out, they're going to be in Easton. So make sure you guys go to Easton and check them out. But for right now, let's get into the interview. Let's go. Here we go, another show, Michelin Stars of Columbus. Where we at, where we at, huh? Where we at, where we at? Here we go, another show, Michelin Stars of Columbus. Where we at, huh? Where we at, where we at? Welcome back to another episode of Michelin Stars of Columbus, you guys. I have some special guests here with us. We're going to jump right into it. Stay tuned. We'll get right into it right after this, you guys. From the quality to the turnaround to the pricing to the discounts and all of the free items you get when you order with Kila Design Studio, there's no reason to shop anywhere else. That's the only place I get my customized t-shirts from my company, for all of my artwork, holiday items. There's no other place that I'm rocking with. Make sure you guys go check them out. I'm rocking with it. Welcome back to another episode of Michelin Stars of Columbus, you guys. I do have some special guests in here with us today, and we're at a special location, you guys. We're up north at Afra Grill, and I'm speaking with Mr. Abcos and Miss Sagal, and we're going to jump straight into it. I just want to, we're going to jump into it and give us some little background details, about how you guys got started. Is entrepreneurship, something that's been passed down in your family, taught in your family? And what were the steps that led you guys up to actually going into brick and mortar?
Well, thank you for first of all. We're so excited to be the part of the program today.
Thank you,
and I hope people will enjoy the program as we did. My name is Chef Abcos.
Okay.
And my name is Sagal Aden.
Miss Sagal Aden. All right.
And if family background, and we are immigrants.
Okay.
We have been here over, I think, 15, 16 years.
Okay.
In the United States of America. Originally came from Minnesota before I moved to Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
And Sagal, she moved from Washington, Seattle.
Washington, okay.
And then it just happened, we came here.
Yeah.
And about the time before we all been here, we met, I met Sagal here and fell in love.
Okay.
And we decided to get married.
Right.
So I moved to Columbus, Ohio because of that reason.
Oh, because we get married. Okay.
Because of her. Yes. So
Nice.
So that's what
brought you here to Columbus, Ohio.
Exactly.
Got you. Now with the family, as far as business entrepreneurship with both of you, is entrepreneurship, like, is that in your family and in your family as well?
Yes, absolutely. We back in Somalia, my family owned a pharmacy.
Oh, wow, that's
so we always had some kind of business.
Yeah.
Also, we were also delivering some like material to restaurants back in Somalia.
Yeah.
So yes, it was in the back
in your family as well. Got you. Instilled in there early. Now that's amazing. Like, and with the pharmacy, you get you get so many experiences. You get to work with different people, and you're helping people, live. Right? And that's amazing. And what time? What age did you start working at the pharmacy? Was it early?
Early age.
Early age. So they had you in there early, learning everything. Yes. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's and for you.
In addition to in Sagal's life, her mother was a nurse.
Oh wow! And
Sagal happened to be a nurse as well.
Got you.
So I think that was her first dream.
Yeah.
To follow her mother's
steps. Yes, and after I graduated from nursing school at Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio, I worked a little bit at the hospital. I stepped down ICU, Then I started my own home healthcare agency.
Oh wow.
So I've been doing that for 5 years, and then.
So you're doing that as well too?
Yeah.
Oh
not
man.
anymore.
Okay, gotcha. I was about to say, I know you're super busy.
Yeah, not anymore.
Gotcha.
I actually went back to school and get my master's in nurse practitioner.
Okay.
And then I decided to move on and sell that business.
Okay.
And one day we came by here on Morse Road and find this location, and my husband has a background in restaurant, and he's been doing that in Minneapolis for over 10 years. He has a restaurant there. So we decided to start Afra Grill.
Word. And as far as before we jump into the Afra Grill, your background so what was your background before you?
Before family background,
Yeah,
my father was a businessman.
Okay.
As far as I know, at least 5 generations, my family was involved in a business.
Oh wow.
And in trading, especially in. Originally, I came from the coastal side of Somalia.
Okay.
So we've always been in fishing and shipping business.
Wow.
From my father, grandfather, grandfather, up to 5 generations that I know.
Yeah.
So when I came here, initially my thing was, and most of my family members was in business, but I want to be a professional. One of my first dream was to become a teacher.
Okay.
But then by the time I was going to college, the IT was the things that you need to learn.
Yeah.
So then I did my undergraduate in computer science and IT technology, and then I did my master's in business administration.
Oh wow.
So then I started working when I was in Minnesota. I started working for the state of Minnesota for IT department as a senior management analyst. For the commissioner of the IT department in Minnesota.
Wow.
After working for some times and trying to ignore anything to do with business, my dream was American dream. I want to have a good job, a good house, and good car, and good family.
Yeah.
In a suburban area. That was that was what I was thinking about. But then after doing that for about 7-8 years, I somehow get tired of doing it. I want to do something on my own.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I wasn't utilizing all my skill sets.
Yeah.
So I decided to start a business, but then it took me time to to transition from working for public employee, working for the state of Minnesota, then becoming a business.
That's a big step.
It was a big step. So it took me time, but then I said, I did one of the craziest thing I did back then was, I said, you won't start your business unless you let go of this. So I quit my job.
Oh wow.
Not knowing what I'm gonna do next.
Oh.
So it took me months to figure out what I want to do. Believe me, during that time, there's many nights I didn't sleep well.
What you were going to do.
Exactly. Because when you have a little bit saving and you're not making money and you're spending money, the money goes fast.
Yes.
So I keep watching my account.
Just going down and
down. And I don't have a business and I left my job.
Oh yeah.
And I don't feel like going back and begging people.
Give me my job.
Give me my job back. So then luckily I met a couple of friends and then we decided, said, okay, we have to start somewhere. So then we started a restaurant in Minneapolis in 2010. That was my first business in the restaurant industry.
And what type of restaurant was that?
Was typical, is contemporary Somali cuisine, if you will. It was kind of hip, upscale, sit-down restaurant, but it was very much about that immigrant experience.
Gotcha.
Where people want to come and experience about the food.
Yeah.
So instead of starting only one restaurant, we said, okay, let's do maybe a restaurant and banquet hall.
Okay.
So where we can host events, weddings, so forth. So it took us time to figure out the location, all that stuff. Then eventually that was my first business. So we had it's called Safari Restaurant.
Safari? And how do you spell that?
Safari.
Oh, Safari. Gotcha.
Safari, the word Safari. Restaurant and event center. It is in Minneapolis. It's quite popular.
Oh, nice. And you're still partners with the people?
I'm still part of it, yes.
And do you ever go out there sometimes to check up on them, or?
Yes.
Oh,
I was there last time about
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks
Oh,
ago.
wow.
Yeah,
That's cool. So you came from the nursing background, medicine, still business as well. Mm-hmm. You know, your family is from shipping, you know, the coastal business, as you stated, and then you go into, IT and working for the government, and then you do open a restaurant. And when you went to school, did you have any culinary experience that you?
No, when I was first time opening the restaurant, it was one of my business partners had experience in the restaurant.
Okay, got you.
He was a chef.
Got you.
So we were 3 guys. One of the guys was good for marketing. I was supposed to do the numbers, and the other guy was the chef.
Got you.
So I said, okay, we have
a team, a nice team. Yeah,
good team.
Everybody helps out and helps with the other person. Got you.
So that's how we started. But that time I didn't know anything.
At all.
After a year or 2 years, I think my 2 years, my business partner, the chef, traveled overseas.
Oh, wow.
For family and business reasons.
Yeah.
So I have to stay back then. And one day I had weddings in my event center. And the chef did not show up.
Oh, man, one of those moments.
I was dependent on to cook that day.
Oh, man, for a wedding.
For a wedding, for 350 people waiting for lunch that day. Yeah.
Wow.
So what do you have to do?
You have to step up.
You have to step up, bro. Yeah, you have to step up. So I just got the jacket. I went to the kitchen. Of course, I had that 2 years. I have a little bit experience getting in and out.
Indeed.
But that was the first day I just rolled my shirt. I said, I have no option. Let me do it.
Indeed. And those are the best moments, when you're thrown into something and you have to learn how to do it. You have to step up to the plate.
Exactly.
And, and it makes you a better person in the end because you learn more about your business.
Yes.
And you learn new skills.
Yes.
And you pick up and you get to hone in on those skills and make them better. So that's really cool. So did you have any culinary experience besides,
No,
mother?
Absolutely not.
No?
I more manage the business.
Got you.
So I'm not the chef.
Got you.
Yes, I did not have any culinary experience.
Okay, what? Now, so did you guys start out with any idea like a food truck or at home, or you guys just, you came into the building and got the...
Over here?
Yeah.
Basically, since that day, when I had that experience, I decided to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
I have to learn. I have to take classes. I have to watch a number of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I have to connect with a number of friends who have connected with other friends to teach me the skill set of cooking and art and all the science of the food, the whole different angles.
Yeah.
So it took me at least some time. But after putting a lot of effort on time, then I became the
chef.
Chef.
Yeah.
That's how I became chef. Literally. It was, if the day I was opening, if I knew I would have not done it. My idea was, okay, you have the money, hire somebody to cook, hire somebody to do this, hire somebody to do that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work right that way.
No.
And especially if you want to own a restaurant and friends watching this program,
Indeed.
if you want to get to any type of business, my first advice is if you're selling a t-shirt, print a t-shirt. You have to know how to print t-shirts.
Indeed.
You have to know.
You
don't have to do it all the time.
Just know how it's
but
working.
You have to do it.
Indeed. That way you don't have to micromanage the people or depend on certain people. That way, if it calls, you can get in there and do what you need to do to make sure your business continues to operate correctly.
Exactly. You have to know what you're doing.
Indeed.
Because that's the way you can supervise and advise and improve what you do.
Indeed.
So ever since I was in the kitchen, that was 2000. Started the business 2010. In 2012, that's when I went to the kitchen.
Gotcha.
So I moved 4 years ago to Columbus, Ohio.
Gotcha.
And I decided I will never get into restaurant business anymore.
After leaving it?
I had enough because believe me, restaurant is one of the difficult jobs you ever.
Think it's hard. I can only imagine. I love serving. And I know that's a headache dealing with all the people. I can only imagine you having to deal with the servers and the numbers and the customers and
it's really tough business.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let me do something I can enjoy. So I was first that time. Sagal owned home healthcare.
Okay.
So I was helping her. At the same time, then we started a transportation.
Okay.
Medical transportation company.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I've been doing that for a couple of years. I didn't enjoy it. I was mechanical. I didn't do it.
Just going on.
Yeah. Right. But then I said we have to sell it. So we sold the business, and then one day, as she said, come in this neighborhood, we realized this location.
It's perfect.
And they said, okay. So when I was getting to restaurant, initially, my dream was something like this: smaller size, fast casual, fast service, that got reasonable, affordable price. So that was my idea.
Right.
But then I get into myself compromising with my business partners at that time, something different. So I said, okay, let me make that thing happen. So I have to sell that idea to Sagal. Hey, Anna, this is what we are thinking we can do. This is what I have in mind. This all that stuff. And then she said, okay, that makes sense. So we can do it.
Yeah.
So then we just, that's how we started.
Got you. So you just came in with the idea and just said, let's do it.
Exactly.
And you stated that you started in 2020 in June. Right after they said that we were in a pandemic, you guys started. Like, what was that like? What was that process like?
It was a little scary because initially we wanted to start March.
Yes.
And then the shutdown happened. And then we had to wait and see how things go. And things were kind of loosening up a little bit. And restaurants kind of open for takeouts. So we decided just to take, the shot and
just go for it.
Yes. So we opened June 1st.
June 1st.
And it was actually good.
Yeah.
Because at that time, a lot of people were excited about this. Wow. And we had high numbers of customers coming in the months of June, July, August.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of busy at the beginning.
So what was that feeling like for you guys? Like to open a business in, not just in a pandemic, but there are other businesses around here. Although you guys are unique and in the perfect spot, especially in this area because of the community for our people. But what is it still like to, open up a business in between different restaurants and then on top of a pandemic? Like, what was that feeling like to, to see the customers still come in and, to be walking in here? Like,
it was very exciting. Remember, first time when I started my business in Minneapolis, it was 2010. Just after the market, the real estate.
Wow.
So always I used to say, if I manage to survive then, nothing will happen to me. But this was So this is.
We're gonna knock on wood because I said it earlier that you're gonna survive this. I know you're going to if anything else happens, but real estate and with the pandemic.
Yeah. So both times I have to start.
Had a tough time.
Sometimes one of the good thing about important element about business to succeed is the timing. I will tell you, both my timing wasn't the right timing. I got everything else right, but the timing wasn't right.
Got you.
We were supposed to, we finished construction, we get the license, we hired people, we ready to go in March. But then COVID-19 came in town. So then, because of the restriction and the ban, nothing was happening.
Indeed.
So then I think late May, that's when they lifted the ban. Business can operate with the distance, with the requirements.
Yeah.
So then we said, we have what to lose, man? What else you have to do?
Just wait? No.
Just open.
Can't wait. Yeah,
just open. People coming in, and I'm just like, okay, really? People are still coming in, but it gives us a good time to open that time because from the day one we were ready for the COVID-19 requirements.
Yeah.
The distance, the masking. Because we didn't have other experience, right? That's how we started.
Yeah.
And luckily, because of her background, nursing background, so the
she knew everything to do. She knew the right supplies, everything.
Yeah.
Sanitizer, everything.
Exactly.
Custom, employees temperature check.
Wow.
She was in the door, checking,
Yeah.
For me coming morning. Okay, let me So we were lucky. Different skill set, different thing.
Yeah.
And I was never thought about them gonna utilize her nursing and science background in the restaurant. But it first thing come handy was that experience.
Indeed. Now that's super cool. Like the way I think about our community, it's like you guys are like superheroes. Like you guys are actually doing things like a lot of us wish to do. I wish to open, not wish, I'm going to open my own restaurant as well. I'm going to start with a food cart. Mm-hmm. But when I talk with people such as yourself, entrepreneurs and people in our community, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. Especially when you open up during the pandemic. Like I cannot imagine that. I can't imagine
It was, very scary. Still, the business is not what... When you open a business, it hasn't get to my expectation. Because I know what we can do. Uh-huh. And one thing for me was very important as a restaurateur that still I'm missing is now like 75-80%, maybe at least 85% of the orders, they're takeouts. Indeed. And the drive-through. Uh-huh. So you're missing the most important thing about restaurant. The connection, the environment, the environment.
Indeed.
You're missing that.
The atmosphere for sure.
Yeah. So still there's something, look forward and hopefully things will come back normal.
Oh yeah, they definitely are.
We have other neighbors and the business around the neighborhood will come and enjoy.
Indeed.
This is a good example. This was supposed to be a conference room where we are at right now.
Yeah.
But because of the COVID-19, hasn't been utilized as much.
Indeed.
I think at least get the reserve once a month or twice a month.
Gotcha.
So, there's a good thing. There's tough time.
No, it's definitely going to pick up. A lot of people are definitely coming out more. And like I say, the menu, and we'll talk about that too. Like the menu, the location of the spot. This is a perfect location, and it's definitely going to pick up for you guys. I know 100%. Like this. Great location, you guys. Like great location.
We had, for example, the one thing I like about the business is the diversity. Mm-hmm. For example, if I give you some basic numbers, about 30% is immigrant, our customers.
Indeed.
30% are African American. 30% are Caucasian. 10% are mixed. So one thing that I'm feeling confident is checking all those boxes.
Everybody, making sure everybody comes through them doors.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Now that's important to focus on as well. To make sure everyone enjoys the food, everyone gets a chance to experience the food, the environment, the people themselves, and that's what my company is all about, sharing our stories.
Yes.
That way people, whether they come in here or they're out of state, when they do come here, because people love coming to Columbus, that they see our stories and hear them from us directly, and get that experience and get to know you guys. Because like you said, because they can't come in here, as many people as they want to come in here, they get to know you guys from this. They get this is making the connection. So when they do come in here, I saw you guys. They'll get to hear your story. They'll get to appreciate the food, appreciate the business being here, the establishment, a place where they can come and just not just eat but relax, talk. Because when everyone was getting up, what I experienced, the music itself, but everyone was talking. It was like a little hangout. It was a good feeling. I was like, this is really cool. So you guys are doing it. With the menu, who constructed the menu? Did you, Chef?
Yes.
Got you. Yes. So where did you get the idea of how you doing it? Because how you have it is like you build your own.
Yes.
You build your own.
Right.
So would you?
The idea is basically, because my previous experience, I had two area, I was very experienced about sit-down restaurants, because my restaurant in Minneapolis is sit-down.
Sit-down. Okay.
It's kind of, you walk in and the waiter will come, the host will come to you and seat you at the location, and then waiter will come, and you know how that goes.
Yes.
And also at the backside, I was doing the event center, which I have to deal with weddings and that kind of stuff.
Indeed.
So then I knew if one thing we're trying to do here is, like I told my wife, she told me, oh, you said you never do the restaurant again. Are you doing a restaurant again? I said, no, there's one thing different. I'm saying the idea, right?
It's different.
She said, what's the main difference? I said, I'm not going to own a restaurant. And she told me, like, what? I said, I'm going to own a brand. What we're trying to do is create a brand.
A brand, word.
Honestly, what I was doing before, I had owned a restaurant, and I loved that restaurant so much. It was everything to me.
Indeed.
So, but that was a restaurant. It wasn't a brand.
Yeah.
But now we're trying to create a brand.
A brand. Right.
Meaning we want to be multiple locations,
Indeed.
multiple states, multiple cities.
Gotcha.
So that's the idea.
Indeed.
In order to do that, we have to make it smaller.
Indeed.
So then if you want to go many locations, then you have to change a little bit about the scope of the business.
Indeed.
One way of doing that was going, okay, maybe we can, the idea of doing value meal style, which they call it fast casual restaurant, is the way to go, is the trending.
Indeed.
Because people, they need it. Home cooked style food, healthy food,
indeed,
reasonable priced food, and sit down restaurant with the waiter with tie with the host. You can't do that.
Not at all.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So the only way you can do is either it's fast food, which is mostly deep fried and unhealthy, or going for fast casual where you can keep within the city, the originality of the food, but at the same time you can decrease the price so much. Gotcha. So that's why we came with the fast casual style.
Got you. No, man, that's cool how you know how you thought of the idea and of creating a brand, because that's what a lot of people forget to focus on is, if you have a brand, a strong brand, you can do anything with it. Yes. And the logo, I like it. Afra Grill, and I seen on you guys have sayings out there, and it's
tagline.
It's
African inspired, American made.
Yeah, it's a real brand. I love it. So with the brand itself, you said you're going to franchise into different states. Right, will there be other things incorporated into the what is the brand? Is it Afra Grill or is it
the brand will be Afra Grill.
Afra Grill. Okay, gotcha.
Corporation.
Okay.
Doing business as Afra Grill.
Gotcha.
And we're trying to couple of things happen for the last few months. One thing happened was we've been selected as one of the best new restaurants in 2020.
Wow. Got you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. By monthly Columbus monthly magazine.
Wow.
Which is a premier magazine in Columbus. Features different restaurants and different business entities.
Yeah.
Because of that, we have received numerous of calls from different malls in town.
Oh wow.
Dolores Mall, Eastern, another one they're building in New Albany, and so forth and so on.
Wow.
So people are asking us, hey, we heard about you guys. They came, they tested the food. We want you to be here.
Yeah, come here.
How can we help you to open your store here?
What?
So so we have a couple of opportunities like that.
Wow.
But for sure, Eastern is coming. We're going to start construction.
Oh, wow. Congrats, you guys. That is cool.
Thank you so much.
Oh, man, that is so cool.
So hopefully by everybody, if you're Eastern area, by June, July, you can have Afra Grill location at Eastern as well. Wow. So please check us both locations.
June and July. Wow. In Eastern.
In Eastern.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's big.
So,
that is big. Congrats, you guys.
As a matter of fact, she was telling me the other day, because sometimes I get myself loose.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? And she's like, no, take it easy.
Calm down.
Let's do one at a time.
Yeah. Don't get too anxious. And
Yeah. This is an opportunity. I want to do it.
No, jump on it. Jump. That's good to have that balance, that you guys have that balance, not just as partners, in this business, but, partners in life, because, family is everything.
Yes.
And when you have a strong family, and was that your son?
Yes.
Yes. And he told me he's working here too. So when you have a strong family helping you, there's nothing that can stop you.
Absolutely.
So, man, you guys have to keep going. Like I said, when I think of our people, it's like heroes. And for you guys to be doing this and then open up in Easton, where everyone's going to be walking in there.
Yes.
And this summer, a lot of people are going to be out. Yeah. So they're going to, first they got to come past this location if they come from this way. And then they're going to see you guys again when they go to the mall. Hit them double time. Wow.
Yeah. You have to be many locations.
Yeah.
In order to serve different people, different locations.
Indeed.
And that's in business these days. And I know you are big time about the community and how we can help each other and help. So one of the things important in business is that at this day and age, it's very difficult to make good money in one location.
Yes.
You have to have an idea that you can multiply easily and can be many locations.
Indeed.
So that's then you can spread yourself.
Indeed. And that's definitely some advice I was going to ask, and I'll ask that a little later about some advice for people. But, man, that is amazing that you guys are doing that already. Just started in June and then get offers. And isn't that amazing how things work out? You said you were never going to open up a restaurant, get highlighted in the magazine and get offers. Make it through the pandemic. Staying strong, doing it together. That's amazing.
It is.
That is really amazing.
It is.
And you guys came from Somalia?
Yes.
And then you both came.
They're from Somalia.
Wow. And then come here, get married, create a family, and
left everything back home because of this war, and the life changed one day.
I can only imagine.
And then come over here and start all over again.
Yeah.
And if we can do it,
yes,
definitely. Everybody's watching this program. They can do it.
Indeed.
They can do it.
Indeed.
Honestly.
Indeed. And we're watching after you guys.
Yes.
You guys are leaving the blueprint for us.
Yes.
And like I said before, this is for our community.
Yes.
When we get to see you guys do it, then we ask questions, get to learn about how you guys do it, and then we can do it.
Yes.
And then it'll be more of our community, coming together. And when you stated that you had, you guys had the transportation as well, the medical transportation, that is amazing because, I'm going to do that as well, build hospitals for our people, ambulances that only come for our people,
yes.
and things of that sort to build our community up. So I'm definitely going to ask some questions about that because, man, that's
definitely.
That is amazing. To jump into the food, if someone came to Afra Grill and it was their first time, what would you suggest to them to get them hooked, to get them to come back? Man, this black-owned company, Leafly, they make some strong toilet paper, man. I had to show them this. It's biodegradable, no chemicals. Man, I'm rocking with it. Leafly.